Hi, my friends. Now that you know how to connect letters and make words, you might be a little bit interested in capital letters to start your words. But first, let me point out there's absolutely nothing wrong with just using lowercase letters for everything. That looks beautiful. We saw in the last video. Or you can just make your uppercase letters bigger versions of your lowercase letters. Make them fit in the space of the ascender. Right? So the baseline here up to the ascender there, like the T. Or you can make them even bigger like that. So this one goes above and below, sort of exaggerate some more. But if you want to use something different than the lowercase shape, there's so many options. You can get really creative. You can bring your personality into it or whatever. I'll show you a few today. And I have some templates you can download that are slightly fancier too. So for instance, if I wanted to just use print like capital A, I could do that. Remember, when you're doing the A in this style, you still have to consider the thin on the up and thick on the down. And then across. So here I did this, and then I kind of crossed over when I started the R, which is a nice way to link them, since really this A does not link to the letters the same way the lowercase a does. And here I use the crossbar of the A to start my link. So again, you can get really creative and draw your capital letters in really decorative and more stylistic. I'm going to show you some today. So also going to group them a bit. The A is pretty much by itself. There's nothing else like it. The B, we do a nice downstroke like that, and then we'll go up and around to the middle, and then around and the bottom. Again, it takes practice and warming up to get these nice and smooth. So give it a few goes to really get the look you want. And the B is very much like the D, except the D doesn't come in the middle. Right? So the D is going to go all the way around. And if you have a hard time going all the way around, stop in the middle, put your pen back down, and keep going. And if you get a little bump like I did, then you just need to figure out where the best place to stop is. So we come here. Okay, I like to stop at the thickest point and then thin it back out. You can also touch up sometimes, like that. Okay, other letters that look like the B and the D are the P. So the P is basically just the top part of the B. And the R. Okay, so the R is the top part of the B. And then it has a nice, beautiful leg. Another group of letters that are similar to each other are the C, and the E, the G, S goes with these two. So you notice for my C, E, G, and S, I put a little extra mark at the top. That's just a stylistic choice. You can do that kind of thing or not. You can exaggerate it even. So maybe instead of the way I drew the C, you could draw the C like this. Put a really big one. So it's a way to give it some more personality. Another group of letters are the ones with the straight stems, like the F. The H. The I. The J. The L. The T. And the Z. Or the M and the N are similar. And they're very much like the lowercase M's and N's. The O's and the Q's. The U's are very much like lowercase u's. And the Y is also similar to the lowercase y. And the V's and W's. And that leaves us with just the X's, which are again very similar to the lowercase x's. Some letters can also look nice with a little extra curl or swash, like I've added to the M and the N here. You can also add that to W's and V's. So if I draw the W, right, then I would put the swash or the curl on last. And you can add what we call embellishments to other letters as well. I just find it fairly easy to do this curl on the ones that start with a nice downstroke, like the M and the W and the V. There's other things you could do, maybe with the B's and the P's and things like that. So if you start out with your downstroke for, let's say, a P, you could maybe add a curl to it, be like around like that. Different ways of trying out styles can be really fun. You can explore and experiment as much as you want. Remember that the capital letters really are very individual, and it's a style choice for your own personality. After you've explored and experimented all the variations that you can with the capitals, remember to keep all your pages, put the date, and add it to your collection.